A tree wrapped a spin fire. The NFT in us are diving deep into projects. He's the crypto energizer. From new mint coins to tokens, he's got all the intel. Web3 is a tree to show you where it sells. He's got the insights like a digital magician.
Well, Mega GMs, guys. Happy Thursday, July 3rd. GM Biggie, GM Drop King. Who's here on Abstract? Oh, we're not live on Abstract. Boom, there we are. We are now. Good morning, fellas. Yo, I don't know. We're predicting all-time high this week. Kind of maybe looking like it's going to happen. Hang on, what's up with Abstract? Good morning, further on. How you doing, man? It's good seeing you. Why are we not live on Abstract? Hold up, boys. Hold up here. Weird. Okay, whatever. Well, maybe we leave off Abstract today. Fix that later. Okay. Anyway. All right, let me think here. Let's compose ourselves. Crypto market looking great. Unemployment numbers in this morning look good, lower than expected. Maybe not great for our chance at rate cuts this month, which is kind of a bummer. I think the market was really, really hopeful for that. Maybe a little less now, but either way, Bitcoin looking awesome. Still hanging over 109K, ETH 2,500, Ripple 228, Solana 153. Again, a really, really green past 24 hours here. We'll certainly take it, and man, we'll kind of spoil it, but the AI market also looking great. Yeah, there's unemployment falling to 4.1%. Great. Market now thinking again, maybe no rate cuts this month. I'm going to be watching. Actually, I wanted to check Poly Market and see if the odds have fallen over here too. I don't know if you can check. You know, on I don't use it much. I just kind of spot check it. Let me pull up the chart. I just want to see if you can get an idea. Oh yeah, here we go. Yeah, interesting. Need to check Poly Market more, honestly. I mean, when we started pumping yesterday, first place I went to see, what was making the market start. I ran over to Poly Market. I need to get in the habit of doing that. It's like one of my first stops here. No change. The odds for no change, just shooting up from 74% up to 94%. Again, that's based on unemployment numbers this morning. So we wait, we watch. We'll see. In the meantime, guys, there's so much cool stuff going on. Of course, we'll get to today's hot drop on virtuals. It's the EVA drop. I still am not sure if I'm going to participate here. I'm not sure. The kind of game time decision also may go live when that launches. It's not going to go live during today's this morning's stream, right? But I might go live when it actually goes live in a few hours. And I'm seeing if I can rope Star-Lordy into coming onto that stream. I'm trying to get him locked down here. In fact, I might ping him in a second, tell him he can just pop in here whenever he wants. Still expecting to do a show with the man. So we'll see there. And then this is kind of random, guys, but was really nice yesterday getting to hop on look, I did a CryptoSlam stream yesterday covering the FX Hash, token launch and new Cyphered collection. And what does that have to do with this, right? I get to put Copilot to work on not just AI coins. Look, I use it for meme coins and I use it for, just whatever on ETH and on Base. And I'll say for right now, I'm using it on Deck Screener for right now. Other places I think are incoming. But I just got to say, it was really cool to get to stream on CryptoSlam, cover stuff, from the broader ecosystem, but to put it to work and do some discovery, some research in a coin outside of AI. Super cool. And I'm still looking at it. I like that platform. I like that token. I like the extra insights I get, when I'm looking into it. Who's buying? Are people farming the thing? Are people trading it? Is this people that are buying and holding because they're believers? And so I'm still exploring the token, and I'm digging. It's so helpful. It's so helpful for me to see what's really happening here. And what it looks like to me is just kind of preliminary, token's not even 24 hours old, but it looks like a lot of people are just kind of buying and accumulating this coin, for future plans on that platform. That's what I'm seeing so far. We'll keep digging into that. Anyway, just had to show Copilot's useful not just on the AI side. There's tons and tons of tokens, thousands more. Well, many, many, many tens of thousands of tokens. So anyway, get Copilot rocking, man. Install it. Come with questions here if you ever have them. But awesome stuff. But guys, because we do, Monday through Friday, we do our swarm report in the morning, but we as NFT season heats up, as the crypto market really starts heating up again, we'll keep doing more of those CryptoSlam streams outside of AI. You got to follow CryptoSlam on YouTube. Just make sure you catch it all. So much alpha, so many conversations, so many more interviews coming up, so many jam sessions. We'll call them jam sessions. So many more conversations coming up, though. You got to stay on top of it. Follow me at Hudah_idiot on X. Follow CryptoSlam.io on X. And most important, follow the Swarm_AI also on X. All right, let's get to the AI market here. Heading over to cookie.fun. We're, following the rest of the market here. We're up over a 10 bill market cap, which is awesome to see. It feels like it's been a minute since we've been over 10 bill. Up almost 8% in the past 24 hours. Take a look at our top agents here by market cap. Let's get that sorted here. There we go. It's Fartcoin on top. It's followed by Ket, Turbo, Toshi, Fei. Guys, it's always the same tokens. It's always the same ones. I'm still waiting for this to get, flipped on its head. I do think that's coming here. On the infrastructure side, it's FET. Virtual, man, they're going to pop back over 2 bill, aren't they? Virtual IoTX, AI16Z, and REI. And then in DeFi, it's virtual Gridium. Huh. Okay. I'm expecting to see new agents popping up here. Oh, hang on a sec. What did we just do? I hit the wrong button. There we go. There's DeFi. I was going to say, I wasn't familiar with that token. But I do expect the board to get mixed up with just like tons of new names. I do. Cortex is on top here. Ask Venice. Hey, Anon, Griffane, and Olos. And then all together, and we'll peek at Mindshare. And it's virtual on top here. Open Ledger, Fartcoin, Cookie, and Banker. Vader, man, keep your eyes out. Vader's going to rip up this rankings. It's some big news. We'll cover that in just a quick minute here. But Vader's going to be pretty darn splashy. Mufasa, good morning, man. Man, I wish I were live on Abstract. Man, yeah, whatever. Let's look over at Whale Intel and peek at points, which are live. Interesting stuff there. I saw a comment out there about their Butler points. I didn't get any. I don't know why. Well, it's a mystery. We'll figure that out here, though. Let's say 4.7 billion points in circulation now. So course climbing. We're not seeing massive launches that drop this total here. We'll see what it looks like after EVA, right? We'll check this in a few hours and see if we're falling maybe below 4 bill. I do think it's going to get a lot of points, but again, slowly creeping up here. Your top gainers in the past 24 hours, NFT XBT. Surprised, not surprised. This is a mindshare game. And with NFT XBT coming from the FX Hash team, riding a little hype from their token drop. So there you go. NFT XBT is your top gainer, followed by AGI XBT, Crow, Hannah, and Pilot. And then your top losers, it's Whim, Leo, Simp. I like that one, and I like that platform, by the way. ADM and WBug. Interesting stuff. And then top coins by volume here. We've got Game, Rabita, AI Dog, Mamo, and Axelrod. Not a lot of changes here. BM Finance also getting up there too. TGE just yesterday, so that makes sense. Now we're gonna have a cool story to report on here probably really soon, but here's what that story is going to be. Vader has been hinting that they're getting much more involved over in ACP. Right, little hints of it, little sneak peeks, let's say teasers they're dropping on the timeline. And by the way, I got to share the show too. Jeez, just juggling. I'm juggling too much when I'm live here. But dude, throw a little like on the show, and I'm gonna drop the link to the X stream here. Maybe that one. We put a little love on. Oh, by the way, here I'll just say it here because it's kind of our core fam. Okay, you know how Virtuals has the new yapping point system. Okay, for content outside of X, right? Content on YouTube, Twitch, IRL events, like anything outside of X, they have a manual submission process for points. I am now submitting the YouTube videos, right? Submitting them over to virtual, seeing if we get points for that. If so, we're looking at a way to give back to Swarm holders. Don't hold me to anything yet, right? Like there's no commitment yet to what we do specifically, but I want to see what kind of points we might get for YouTube videos and then see what we can do with those points, how it translates to Swarm holders winning. So just giving you a little wink wink that we're looking at that. Anyway, Vader, excuse me, teased something about ACP. Now they've full on announced it. Announcing Virgin Capital ACP cluster. It's an AI native venture capital firm. It's interesting because, I mean, this is what they did when they first launched. This is what Vader first did. They were, they were a VC. They were an investment fund. And early on, when that didn't quite work out, they pivoted to EAO, right? The early agent offerings. They've pivoted a few times, but that was what they first did. So now they're going full circle back to their roots in the form of a cluster on ACP, and I like it. I like it a lot. Now, who's going to be in the ACP with them? I don't think we have a list of agents yet. I don't think we have it, but they're also bringing back the Genesis tier lists, which is super cool. So they'll have their own little venture capital cluster. Again, I like it. They'll bring back the reviews, and yes, launching an agent, Vader AI agent. Now, are they going to use their Vader token for it, or are they dropping a whole other token? We'll wait and see there. We'll wait and see, but I think they have some agents in mind already. We'll see if we can get some details on that as soon as possible. But hey, those guys keep making moves and they keep staying ahead, which I like. I'm rooting for those guys hard. And it's why you saw Vader mind share creeping back up. All right, so points are live this morning. I hope you guys cooked. I didn't. But I haven't been, and I haven't been super active. The only thing I've done in the past few days is Daredevil Friday, BM Finance yesterday, or was that 2 days ago? But staked my points, my tokens yesterday. It's not counting for much, man. I'll say that. 1,900 daily active bonus points, and then the daily point distribution. Oh, and by the way, this should factor in our vote winners. We'll peek at that too, right? The votes came in on Wednesday for where the 10% of daily active bonus points are going. We'll peek at who won there. And the new voting period is open. Again, we'll peek at that in a second here. But here's the points. Yapping points down a bit. Referral points, that's new. I don't have any here. Actually, hang on. Is that new? It's not new. Butler points, though. Here's the thing. No Butler points here. I'm seeing screenshots out there of people who are getting Butler points. I didn't think anybody's accruing them yet, but some people are. I'm curious if any of you guys got Butler points, and if so, how much? Because we got to try to figure out where those are coming from. Yeah, virtuals will announce that too, but we're also trying to stay ahead of the curve here. I have no idea. No points. And just guessing, I was just guessing that Swarm, ACP tokens are going to get you the Butler points. Maybe not. Maybe not. I've got some Swarm staked. I've got some Axelrod staked. I've got some WAC token staked. So I have ACP token staked. No Butler points. Nothing. So curious again about you guys, but not the best points day here. Not the best. DropKing, no. Yeah, nothing. Man, weird. It was Big Will had a tweet, and he got like 3,000 points. Now, that could be a glitch, too. I don't know. But yeah, we'll see. Yeah, ready for EVA, dude. Yeah, really, I'm ready for it. Hey, let's peek at the votes real quick, too. So the votes were in. Again, these are the projects that, 10% of daily points are going to go to. Iris ended up winning that. Can we get a full board here? Hang on. I'm trying to see if this is like the current week or if this is the last period, what ended on Wednesday here. I think this is the new period. Yeah, so I'd like to see a big, board of last period, but whatever. We got Iris on top, Axelrod, WAC XBT. So it's what it looked like yesterday is where it finished. I think Swarm finished right around 15, which is great. Let's say 1.5% of that 10%, that's going to go to Swarm stakers, which again, awesome. I think Swarm is on our next tab here. No, one more over. Yeah, here we go. Swarm. So we have Vader, actually leapfrogged Swarm. So just past Swarm. And you can see the rest of them right behind it. Again, depending on what percentage of the vote they get, that's what percent of the 10% you're going to get. All right, let me see here. 573 for 50 votes on Iris. Hang on, does it break down your points that come from that vote? You got 573 for 50 votes on Iris. Let me peek at my points again. I don't know if I'm understanding that right. Did I? Oh. Is that what that's what this is? Voted agent points. Okay, so I got 1,700. Thank you for pointing that out, dude. That's awesome. Yeah, so 1,700 points for, holding agent tokens. So I have a decent amount of Iris. I imagine most of my points came from that. Yeah, okay, so exactly like further on saying here. Yep. Pretty cool, man. I did 100% Swarm. I figured Iris had enough votes, so I was good. Verdant keeps printing. Dude, nice. Mufasa, what kind of points are we talking about there? And you got 7,900 daily active for participating in BM Finance and staking it and buying Daredevil. Dude, good stuff. Okay. Interesting. I did all those things, but Biggie, maybe you're doing like more, like a lot more. That would make sense. That would make a ton of sense. Dude, good for you. That's cool. That's cool. I love to hear it. Again, new voting period is open. We have about 6.5 days to vote for next week. Of course, I'm going to put all mine behind Swarm. And here, let's even do that right now. You know what? Hang on. It leaves your vote. I think it leaves your vote in the project you voted for last period, right? So I don't have to do anything. It's already got me allocated to Swarm. This week's going to be interesting. See if people mix things up and, start playing that game that we know is coming, right? Probably whales buying up low market cap tokens and then voting for them. Probably. We'll see. 30,000, dude. Wow. From Verdant. Wow. Okay. Dude, maybe I need to peek at that. That's spicy, dude. Okay. Speaking of BM Finance, market cap sitting at what? 850K ish. So still a decent 4x. It's a little more than that, but let's say a 4 to 5x from the pre-sale FDV. So nice. Still a nice win there. I still like this one, right? Longer term, I like it. So glad to have all my tokens staked in that one. Barvis sitting at 330K. So, a 2x. Yeah, basically a 2x from pre-sale. Fetcher completed, and this one's sitting right at that pre-sale FDV. So your break even right here. Actually, no, you're under. You're actually under it. Yeah, it looks like. So Fetcher, not so great. Not surprised. I didn't think it was going to complete, but people got to use their points. So there you go. And then coming up today, it's the big one. In an hour and 40 minutes, we got EVA going live. Who's committing? Who's going for this one? I'm still not sure if I am. I probably am. I'm probably going to throw some points at it, but I'm not sure how much. Right? I still think secondary is the play. I think secondary is the play on most of these tokens. But EVA is different. I still believe, and you guys know because we've talked about it, but if anybody has not tuned in recently, I think they're getting a Binance listing. That was speculation back when they launched on Bitcoin, right? Their Fallen collection. There's a lot of talk about them having a Bitcoin, having a fungible token that gets a Binance listing. And the why, why do people think that? It's because the team is connected. And this guy right here, their Virtuals partner, Wei Zhao. I know I'm saying it wrong. I'm sure I am, but former, I want to say Binance CTO, right? They got the Binance connection. I am pretty darn sure this token's going to get a Binance listing, even if it's just Binance Alpha. I think they're going to get it. Yeah, I think trading secondary is definitely the play. I don't, more than most of these things, I think there's going to be a lot of people sitting back and waiting on EVA, waiting and watching how high the oversubscription gets. If this gets to some of those past ones, like WAC XBT or Solace, any of the big ones, and you're so watered down, I think a lot of people are going to sit this one out, maybe, because there are some good ones coming. So maybe you sit it out and you get more tokens on other ones. Maybe other people are finally doing the same thing. So I'm really going to sit and wait. I'm not going to go all in on this early. I'm going to probably wait till the last hour to decide on it. We'll see. If it's 500% oversubscribed, I'm in. We're 1,000, 1,500, 2,000 over. That's where I'm not so sure. I'm not sure at 2,000. I really don't think so. I really don't think so. Let's see. I feel like there's a roulette wheel. That dude, it does, Mike. It does. It really does, dude. It really, really does. And I still, part of what makes it so like cloudy is, it still is probably days behind, right? Our points today are probably from our activity like 2 days ago. So hard to tell, but there is randomness to it too. There has to be. Like the fact that we're months in and nobody's like cracked the code on how it works. Yeah, I think that's got to be it. Anyway, still trying to get Star-Lordy on. Would love to talk through the project. But for right now, I think we just know it's a team that's been around for years. They have a huge community, great community. They have exposure to, the Bitcoin side and the Ethereum side. And now we know exposure to Binance. No matter what, this token's going to do well. You get it in pre-sale, you're going to do well. How well, that's remains to be seen. And does this actually change agents and personalities and whatnot? I hope so. I hope that's their goal. That's definitely the goal. So we'll wait. We'll see. But either way, I'm probably going in at least with some points to get into, a Genesis launch. And I think I have some points expiring too, right? Yeah, 1,800 points expire on the 8th. So in 5 days. So we'll use some points, but as far as big going in 50,000, 100,000, I'm not sure. I'm not so sure about that. I'm still liking, and let's pull them up. The other launch is coming in the next, day or so. Spread coming up tomorrow. Really like that one. They announced that Nick is coming on board as an advisor. Let me see if they put him on the team. They did. So Nick advising is great. Founders already got motion too. So right, I like a lot about this. I don't think it's crazy to put way more points to spread than to EVA, but I don't think you can go wrong. At the same time, if it's over 500, yeah, not going hard at it over 500. Yeah, I think that's the play, dude. I do. So spread is different. Spread might go kind of hard at it. I still think spread. I actually do think spread's going to go close to 1,000 oversubscribed. I do. I think it's really solid. It's in a really hot meta. The fact that I went to Poly Market, early today, and that's kind of in the vein of spread. I like it. So we'll keep our eyes on that. Of course, the other big ones coming up here. Go Hackers is that this weekend? That's going to be a Saturday launch. So we'll cover that on the Saturday morning stream. Lily's on Sunday. And then Zaya is that Monday? Yeah, is Monday. So there's some good stuff coming up and things that I want to make sure I have points ready for. I can't go all in on EVA because that's going to leave me tapped out for these other good drops. What else is anything new up here? Let's see. VPay still we've talked about. I really like that one. I think that one's going to do really, really well. What's new though? Ring Fence. Oh, hey, Ring Fences. Guys, was Ring Fence on the board before now? We talked about them earlier in the week. I don't think we saw them on the board yet. Or I didn't scroll far enough over, but Ring Fence is like, the last one out that I've got on my calendar. Ring Fence, I'm definitely going to be playing. Now, that's a month off, but there it is. There it is. Dude, what's up with this one too? Like 2.5 months out. Weird. What do you mean, Mufasa? What do you mean Poly Market has some FUD? I've not seen it, but it's kind of interesting. Anyway, Ring Fence is my last target here. Yeah, we'll keep up with that one. I do think there's something there. We got a couple new. Oh, and reminder, virtuals proposals. Tomorrow morning, we're doing a spaces, right? So just a heads up about that. Would love if you guys come up and chat, but same time. Actually, no, hang on. We might go an hour earlier. I still need to figure that out. Yeah, tomorrow the show might start probably an hour earlier so we can talk about this stuff. What we're doing is, the new virtuals community, initiative proposals, governance, all that stuff, right? We have all these proposals that'll go live for voting starting tomorrow, and we got to talk about them. And so we'll do that on Spaces. So yes, we'll do the normal show like right now, right? We'll do the video side, but at the same time, I'll have a Spaces over on X. You guys can join and we'll talk. And we're going to go through, top proposals. We'll certainly go through the core ones here coming from the virtuals team. I think all three of those are going to pass, but we need to talk about those three. And then we'll probably pick 5-ish of the next, I think, best proposals, maybe the ones with the best chance. And probably next week, or in a few days when we start seeing the votes on them, that's where we'll get a better feel for which ones we need to spend time talking about. But we'll do our best tomorrow. There are a few new ones on the board, none of them that I think are going to matter, right? We have one here, somebody proposing an agent interoperability layer. What they're really proposing, and it's kind of, I don't want to say silly. I get what they're going for, and I actually think it's a good idea. But going for like a layer that, like a protocol that lets people like learn about agents. It's actually a good idea. Like what? We have hundreds of agents right now, and it's hard to know what they do and what sets them apart from each other. It's a layer that lets you kind of like discover what they do, what their features are. But like a layer for it, unless that's just like the way he's wording it, you can do that right in ACP. You can just launch an agent that's like your help desk agent. And it might be what the butler does already. So I like the idea of this. I don't think you need a proposal for it. I don't think you need to I don't think you need infrastructure for it. So hang on real quick, guys. Okay. All right. Okay. Yeah. Well, maybe we talk about that. I don't think that one's going anywhere tomorrow. And then what else? We had a couple other new ones. Somebody complaining about virtual staker rewards here. Kind of a nothing burger. They need to not look. Anybody can propose anything. This one's a waste of time. Even clicking on it and reading it is a waste of time. It's nothing. There's no proposal there. And then finally, I think the last of the new ones, somebody proposing kind of a KYC, kind of. What they're proposing is people connect a phone number to their wallet. So when you're doing the Genesis launches, they want one phone number tied to each participant. I get the spirit of it again. Not going to fly. If people are interested in that, bring it up tomorrow on Spaces. But yeah, I don't think that's going anywhere. Just be aware. People are asking for changes to Genesis launches, so that's going to come at some point. We'll get a good proposal. That one ain't it. All right, we got some updates from around Virtuals 2 here. We have Mamo, who's moving their held tokens over to Aerodrome, setting up some LPs. They're farming some. Smart. Don't leaving your tokens in a wallet and just letting them sit there instead of like passively earning. Not the best idea. I like what they're doing. So they're setting up some LPs over on Aerodrome, farming it, making some money. Where it goes to the project? Do they find a way to route it back to holders, stakers, whatever? I don't know. But it's a big move. By the way, guys, Aerodrome is something that really needs to be on your radar. Like really does. I got a biggest decks on base. Like serious like main character over on base. You got to be aware of it, and they do have a token too, so you just want to make sure people know that that's out there. Async with an update here, right? They're getting close to their token unlock coming on July 5th, and they are burning tokens, which is actually pretty cool. Let's see, 5% of team allocation. It's set to unlock here again on the 5th. Strategic decision not to take those tokens, do anything with them, but that 5% getting burned. So the unlock is happening still. Let me actually, guys, does that change anything with, right? Okay. So the lock matters for what? You selling your token and not getting penalized. If the unlock happens and a team burns their token, that still counts as an unlock. It does, right? I think so. Yeah. Okay. So you can safely sell your async tokens, right? And not get penalized here. And just be aware the team is not going to have tokens to dump on you at least. So that's that. Still waiting for these guys to deliver some product, right? We've got a site update. We've had that shell launch. We're still waiting and watching those guys there. We had them on the show. I've chatted with, one of their founders. They're nice guys. They're nice guys, but we got to see some product here. So there's our async update. Maya now in the ACP. If you go to that beta site, you can see Maya's in there connected. You should probably go there often. And peek around because you do see new agents popping up in there. And you see transactions live. You see what they're testing. It is on mainnet, right? And by the way, we're still waiting for that ACP to officially go live. I'll keep you posted there. But that site's getting pretty active. We'll say that. So Maya's up there. Santa. Dude, I like the projects that put by virtuals in their name. It's cool. It's smart marketing. I like it. It always, well, it used to make me think they were a virtuals agent. Smart. It's just smart. But anyway, they also have a swarm that is live. Is it live in ACP? I don't think so, but it's their own swarm, which interesting. It's because most projects have a swarm behind the scenes, but good on them. They're also, if you look on the ACP beta site, you do see Santa Agent over there too. And then I think our final story here, VO3. You know that Google video AI tool, which is fucking amazing, guys, like amazing. Going live all over the planet, which is cool. So if you've not tried it, your chance to try it might be coming up soon. You do need to be on the pro plan of Gemini. I think it's like, I might have this wrong. I think that's like 200 a month ish. But man, does that look good. Let me see if they give pricing details in here. Pro. Yeah, I need to test that one out. I mean, it's killer. It's killer. And no, yeah, I thought I had one more story for you. I don't. Man, there's your update for the day. Let's check out real quick how far off EVA is. I think I'm going to go live, even if it's just for a few minutes when EVA goes live. I just want to see right out of the gates what kind of points are getting thrown at it. So yeah, 90-ish minutes off. We have EVA going live. So Hoods, you made it. Pros 20, good stuff. Carbon, you're like into that stuff, aren't you? Carbon always comes in with details about these other AI tools. Like he's pretty plugged in. Okay, cool. For 20 a month, I might subscribe just to try it. I do that a lot with these tools. I'll go try it for a month and see. But yeah, damn, for 20, I think I'm gonna try it. Okay, what else here? Yeah, stay tuned in case we're live here. Hopefully I can pull Star-Lordy over. Again, need to have that conversation. He said yes. We just got to get his ass on here. But let's see if we can pull him here when they launch. If not, really going to try to get him here tomorrow when TGE happens. Although, hang on, what time? In an hour and a half. Yeah, yikes. Well, we'll announce this later today, but Scott or I or both are going to be on another show tomorrow, probably like an hour from now. But we got some cool stuff to talk about tomorrow. So just stay tuned for a tweet or an announcement later today about that. And what else? Tomorrow's a holiday, so we'll see how the crypto market fares, and which does affect the AI market. But holiday here in the States, man. If I don't see you, hope you have a great time. Gemini's your main one now. Wow. Really, dude? Wow. I probably got to put more time in. I'm like full ChatGPT, but it's only because I'm familiar with it and spent like so much time using it. You know, people always say that data or info is the moat, and it is. Like, it's the only reason I don't really explore other stuff too hard. It's because, like, you know, I've put, I don't know, a year, whatever, into ChatGPT, so it, you know, it knows me. It knows me a bit. So we'll see. We'll see. Oh, super. Yeah, cool, man. Yeah, what I've used the Gemini I like, but yeah, probably time to put more time in. So there we go. All right, again, stay tuned. Hoping to go live here when this launches. See if we can pull in Star-Lordy. And one last look at the crypto market here. Just wondering how that unemployment news is really. I mean, we're up now. Push it. I don't know. Today could be all-time high day. Could be all-time high day. And I'm like, I'm getting back into meme coins. We'll say that. It feels like we're about to rip here. If not today, it's coming up in the next few weeks. It's this month for sure. So we shall see. Anyway, smash the like on your way out, fam. Remember to subscribe over on CryptoSlam over on X, and follow the swarm_AI on X. I'm sorry, it's CryptoSlam on YouTube. You know the deal. Anyway, guys, have a great day. Hope to see you boys shortly here. Goodbye.